Do you have over four debts that are just hanging over your head and you're like, oh God, it's just driving me crazy. this debt is just getting like out of hand and you're just looking for a way. How can I get rid of this debt and just breathe easy, okay? That's what we're going to tackle today. We're going to do a case study today. And the case study, we got Instagram over here too. So let me move over so Instagram can get a holler too. What's up, Instagram? But we're gonna tackle put our arms around it. You know, like the line. What's one of the linebackers' name? The one that retired from the Rams. I forgot his name. But yeah, we're gonna hit him just like that. He used to play with the Rams. Oh man, this his it's skipping my brain right now. But we're gonna smash him. I'm gonna show you. I'm old school. We going back to Lawrence Taylor. We banging them like Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor and Mike Tyson together. Like Mike Tyson getting ready to fight. What's that boy? Paul. Okay. Y'all know my ADD be kicking in. You know my ADD just be kicking in and I just be jumping. So we going to get straight before my ADD kicks out, right? All right. So let's go over. We already know what we always teach is number one, be honest with your numbers. If you're not honest with your numbers, the plan that we're putting together doesn't work. You're going to look around you and you're going to say, well, you told me I had this done in X amount of months. It's been 3 years and it ain't done yet. Okay. So let's be honest with the numbers. Once we put the numbers in, because guys, it is simple. It's just simply math. This is just a math equation that we have not been afforded the opportunity to understand, so we can utilize this in our life. We've been taught one way to get out of debt. We've been taught get a loan, the amortized loan. We got to discuss what an amortized loan is, why you're paying so much in interest. Lord knows. I did that. I've done that for years. Don't know why, but let's go over the case study. What do we have? The income. We have to go over the numbers first. The income is $8,425 per month. That's the income. Our expenses are $2,100 per month. Expenses never go away. Your gas, your electric, your cell phone bills. Okay, sometimes we had 2 or 3 cell phones, you know. Hello? We got like 2 or 3 cell phones. Got a couple of cell phones. Your cell phone bills that you have. What else do we have on a monthly basis? Whether it might be a gas bill, it might be gasoline that you're putting into your car. These are expenses. If you have daycare, these are expenses that never go away. We have to account for these every month. Now the miscellaneous are things that happen this is my definition. Things that occur less than a quarter. If it happens more than a quarter, if you do it once a quarter, semi-annually or annually, we're going to call it we're going to call it a miscellaneous. If it's done any more than once per quarter, let's put it under an expense, because we're just kidding ourselves. We want to get the best true numbers that we can to get the best outcome that we have. Okay, so these are the numbers. Young couple, beautiful young couple, 8425 in income. The expenses are 2,100, miscellaneous 550. So now let's look at the debts. What are we tackling today? We have an auto loan. The auto loan is $675 per month, and we have how many more months? We have 47 more months. I think it was a 60 month. I think it was 60 months, and we have 47 months remaining on the payoff. $675 per month. A credit card at $16,500 at 18% interest, and a minimum payment of $248. We have another credit card. Another credit card is at $9,500, and the minimum is $290. We have a timeshare. The timeshare is $14,000 remaining on the timeshare at 10% interest, and that's $210 minimum. And they do have a line of credit. $15,000 is the line of credit. $7,000 has been used, and it's $170 per month. So how do we tackle this? Let's see. The first thing that we have to understand and that we always discuss is the mindset. Number one, what are your values and where is your mind to get this done? What is going to drive you to continuously do the things that, because it is a mind shift. Your mind is going to shift during this process. If you're not open to allowing that mind shift to happen, you go back into the same old quicksand and you're feeling stuck and wondering why. So the mind shift, again, the book I'm currently reading is The Psychology of Money. The one book that just came to mind, it came to my mind about 2 or 3 days ago, is Who Moved My Cheese. Who Moved My Cheese is a great book to read to understand why you must change your mindset, because the cheese is always moving. Just recently we had the with real estate agents. Real estate agents, the 6% commission, gone. So now the field is changing. This going to be like the Wild Wild West. I'm kind of curious and interested to see what's going to happen in the real estate market now that the mandated 6%, well, I guess it was never mandated, but most home buyers or home sellers didn't understand that it wasn't mandated. That was negotiable. Okay, but now we know. And it's not there, and now you are empowered. The more you are empowered, the better chance that you have to succeed. And so that's what this is about, empowering you more and more and more. Things that changes, but we have to keep up with it to allow us to utilize the funds that we are making, $84.25 per month. He's making $8,425 per month, but it's going out the door. So let's figure out how can we show him and his wife how to keep more of that money. Okay? All right, let's get it. So the first thing I'm going to encourage them and show them that they probably should do, if this is me, when I am teaching or coaching or consulting some of my clients, I encourage them. I never tell them what they should or what they shouldn't do. Again, because once you understand how psychology works, when you tell someone what to do, unless they're asking you, tell me what to do and I will follow you step by step. When I've learned that I always encourage and I let them know that this is probably how I would do it if I was, I'm all on the microphone, I'm sorry. This is probably how I would probably do it if I was standing in your shoes, okay? So let's go through this. Hopefully this helps someone out there, and you may be in a similar situation, and you can utilize the same system or the same strategy that I would attack this. So number one, since we do have a $7,000 line of credit, but we're not using all 15,000 of it, the line of credit is at 10%. So the first thing we would probably do is I would encourage them to, let's take that $9,500. Let's take that $9,500, where you can take 8,000 of it because you already have a $7,000 line of credit. Let's take $8,000 of that line of that credit card, which is at 24%, and let's put it on the line of credit at 10%. That just simply makes sense, doesn't it? We're saving 14% just by moving a debt from the credit card over to the line of credit. Simply makes sense, correct? Okay, so we're going to the first thing, and I think maybe I should go back. So we're using velocity banking with this strategy. And the strategy is we're going to utilize this line of credit and the income of $84.25. So now we've eliminated down to $1,500 this line of credit at 24%. So we still have $1,500 more. And now we're still going to probably have to pay about $50 on this line of credit. Okay, so now we've cleared up $250. We've cleared up $250. The cash flow, which was $1,557, it was $1,557. But since we've created $250 of cash flow, that additional $250 now goes into where? Our pocket, right? That goes into our pocket. So now our cash flow jumps to $1,870. Boom, just that quick. Just by moving one debt into another basket, we've created $250 of cash flow just by, and we didn't do anything with our income, did we? All we did was move one debt from one basket to another. And now we freed up $250, boom, just like that. It seems like magic, but it's not. It's simple math. We're saving 14% interest, moving from one basket at 24% interest to the second basket at 10% interest. So what is that going to look like? Let me see if I can pull up this. See if I can pull up my calculator here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so now we have $15,000. $15,000 line of credit. Our debts would be $39.73. Our debts would be $39.73. Expenses still would be $21.50. Miscellaneous miscellaneous is still $500. Let's see what that gets us. So what we would do is, with this $15,000 line of credit, we would dump our income. We would put our income into the line of credit. This $8,000, and that would reduce our $15,000 line of credit, and that would bring it down. Let me just do some quick math. I should have done this. $15,000 minus 84.25. It's going to bring it down to $6,575. And I hear you saying, Frankie P. Well, I still have bills I have to pay. What am I do with all my bills? So, and here is where the shift comes. Instead of living out of your checking account where your cash flow, your positive cash flow sits, making you no money, now your positive cash flow sits into your line of credit, pushing your debt down every month. In this particular case, is going to push it down $16.70 because you're going to pay interest. So you have your debts, you have your interest that you have to pay. In this particular case, it's $125, and you also have your expenses. So you have $21.50, which are your expenses, which you have $39.73, which are your debts. You have your interest, $125, and you have your expenses, which are $21.50 plus your miscellaneous. That's going to give you a cash flow of $16.70, but that will bring your balance down to $13.23 in the first month. The second month, we put our $84.25 in. We have to pay our debts. I call them the dies. Our debts, which is $39.73 continuously. Our interest was only $111. Our interest went down because with the home equity line of, with the line of credit, this is not a home equity line of credit. And the reason is because he had a home he refinanced his mortgage about 2 years ago just to do some work around the house. So he has about 28 years remaining on his mortgage. But we're tackling the debt, and then we will attack the mortgage secondly. So now his interest is only $111 this month, which brings the balance down for the second month, $11.23. The third month, $84.25 goes in. Our expenses come out, which is $6,623 every month to pay our bills, our debts, our interest, and our expenses. That brings us down after the third month to $9,000. The fourth month, same thing, $84.25 goes in. The debts are paid, the interest are paid, the interest and the expenses are paid. That brings us down to $82.70. It's like halfway. The line of credit is almost sliced in half in just 4 months. If we continue this trajectory, as you can see, the first portion will be paid off in 9 months. 9 months, done. Credit card number one, done. We still have $1,500 on there. We've been paying $40 minimum. We've been paying $30 per month. We've been paying $30 per month continuously. We still had to pay the $30 per month on that bill. So now that was step number one. Step number two is we have the $15,000 still clear it up, no balance on it. We take the second credit card, which is $50, and we leave $1,500 on that. because now we can take out a $15,000 line of credit. We leave $1,500 on that. Our payment now would be $48 per month, and we've added another $200. We've added another $200 to our cash flow. So let's see what that would look like. 15,000, and now we've added 200 to our cash flow. So that would bring us our debts. Yeah, our debts will come down. We've added 200, so 37. That'll be 37. 37.73. Everything's still the same. Expenses still the same. Miscellaneous still the same. And let's see what that gets us. Again, we use the same strategy. Continuously. Now we have $15,000. Income goes in, the debts, the interest, and the expenses come out. So now look at our cash flow, 1877, because we have that debt paid off. 13,000 the first month. Again, we do say income goes in, 8425. We're going to pay the DIE, the DIEs, the debts, the interest of 125, and the expenses, which is 2650. That brings our balance down to 230. Third month, same thing. Income goes in, 8425. The withdrawals come out as far as your living, the way you live, which is your debts, your interest, and your expenses. Third month, you're at 9321. So let's see how long this would take us. Now this would take us 8 months. So on the first initial stage, we eliminated this this first credit card. The second step was eliminating this second credit card at 8,000. We still had $1,500 on that, but within 9 and 8, the 17 months. In 17 months, 2 credit cards, boom, gone. Step 3, let's do it again. Now we have the $15,000 freed up once again. Let's knock off this timeshare. Plus we're gonna put $1,000, the $1,000 that was left on here, because we've been paying it. We've still been paying it. So we're going to take this $1,000 from here, pay that off, the whole 15,000, and that is going to clear us another 210, 248. Let's say 210 plus 50 is 260. That's going to clear us another 260. And where's that going to get us? We were at 3773, and our debts, let me use my calculator. 3773, and then we're going to take away minus the 260. That's going to put our debts now at 3513 per month. 3513. Boom. So now we're at 3513, $15,000 on the timeshare. So you know the strategy. You know the same steps. Income in, debts, interest, and your payments. Your payments come out on a monthly basis, which is $6,163. Now your cash flow has gone up to $2,137. How about that? And this will be paid off in 7 months. 7 months. So we were at 9. So that's 7 months. So we were at 9 plus 8 is 17 plus 7. We're at 24 months. Yeah, 17 and 7, 24 months. 24 months. So what is our last thing? We've already got rid of the timeshare and the 2 credit cards. Our last step, which was the automobile. Now the automobile was at $675 per month. Took us 24 months, but we had 47 months left. So that's going to leave us 23 months remaining on this car note at $675 per month. We still have another 23 months remaining to pay this car off. But now let's see what happens once we take out the and it's paid down. So half of this is already paid off, and that's going to put us at, if we did 675. If we did 675, times where we had 22 more months. Is that 22 more months? 22 is 14,850. So that's the same $15,000 line of credit, $15,000 line of credit. But now we've gained $675 that we were paying for our car. We're now transferring it to the line of credit. So now that $675, we gain it. We gain that as cash flow. So now our debts are only $27.48. Same expenses, never go away every month. Same miscellaneous, may go up, may go down. Guarantee it will go up. Something's gonna happen. Car, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get a flat tire. Somebody gonna call you. I need to get bailed out of it. No, I'm just playing. Man, Frankie P, you play too much, man. You play too much. So you know the strat. Income in to the line of credit. All of your expenses come out. Debt, interest, and expenses, they come out. Now with this, now the car, instead of being 22 months remaining, the car finished to be completely paid off, because now your cash flow is almost $3,000. It's $2,900. And it goes up because you're paying less interest every month on the line of credit. You'll have that vehicle now paid off in 6 months rather than 22 months. Come on. Say it again, baby. Say it again. I don't think you heard me. I don't think you heard me. I don't think you heard me, baby. 6 months instead of 22 months. I'm not a mathematician, but 22 minus 6 is, you gain 16 months. You gain 16 months of the 675. Woo! Come on, I got to get excited. 675 times 16. Now you just put 10 grand, $10,848 in your pocket of interest that you did not have to pay to Mr. Chrysler or Mr. Honda or whoever he is. Okay. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not mentioning their name. Okay. But that's where we are. That's where you've put almost $11,000 of cash back in your pocket, because that is interest that you don't have to pay, because you freed up, you learn how to take the debt from one basket and put it into another basket where the interest goes down every month rather than stays standard across an amortized loan, that the interest is even straight across all. If you're in a car, 48, 60, 72 months now, it's even across the board. You're paying the same payments all the way across the board. But now with the line of credit, it is the best way that I can explain it. And I'm trying to come up with better and better descriptions on how to explain to the line of credit. But one, I think about, if it's an amortized loan, you can put money in, but you can never take money out. You can put money in, but you can never take money out. When you do a line of credit, once you put the money in, there's a door on the side. Not a back door, but there's a door on the side that you can utilize that money. The interest is only being paid on what is owed, but you can still utilize that money if need be. This is why no one should be afraid of putting their money into a line of credit, because it's simply your credit. We have been taught to owe debt. What I am trying to teach you is how to own debt. Say that again. Come on, Frankie P. Say that one more time. Say that one more time. We have been trained. I'm not going to say taught. We have been trained that we should owe debt. But what we need to understand and become aware of is that we have the power to own debt. The two ways that my definition of owning debt is, one, being able to pay it off and utilize it at my will, or two, being able to lend it out as a private lender and get a return on my investment. Those are the two ways. I'm owning debt. I am not owing debt. Okay, so let's say that again. You will own your debt. You won't owe your debt. Okay, so we've eliminated what? The automobile, the 2 credit cards, and the timeshare. All in the matter of what? 20, I think the 924. What was that? What was the last one? Six. Is that 30 months? 30 months, 2.5 years. 12 and 12 is 24 plus 6 is 30. 2.5 years vanish, wiped away. Boom, gone. I don't even have my racer. Boom, that thing is gone. In 2.5 years. But the other route, the automobile, he's in it for 47 months. That's almost 4 years. Plus these credit cards, when you read those statements, I'm going to, that is going to be one of the training steps that I'm going to mandate, that you have to read out loud. Because I want you upset. I want you so mad. I want you so upset at the interest that you've been paying, that you're giving away every single month. I want you so infuriated that what you need to do is, look, even if this thing didn't work, Frankie P, I believe, because I believe that it will work, and you believe that it will work. It will work. But if you dip your toe in and you're trying to play a game, it may not work fully for you. Let me get back. Let me see if I can get this back here. Where am I? I don't know. But let me put that there. I'm learning. There we go. We're back at it. Okay. But I want you so infuriated that you're going to take a step. We all take steps based on what we believe we're going to get or what's going to be taken away. I want you to understand what you are going to take away from these credit card companies, these automobile companies, anything or any company that's holding you back because of that debt. We're going to find out, and we're going to put this additional. Let's do that number. Let's do those numbers. 675. What is that? 675 plus 248 plus 290 plus 210 plus 170. $1,593 of additional cash flow. If he's starting his cash flow at 1554, and he's going to put an additional 1593. So 1593 plus his 1554, which he initially had, $3,147 of positive cash flow per month without changing his lifestyle, just by moving his debt from one basket to another and understanding how to pay that debt off as quickly and as quickly as possible to save interest and put the interest back into his pocket. That's all we did. No magic, no boom, 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 boom. I know it seems like it because we have been trained to think another way. But the more we see these case studies, the more we understand, the more we can begin to believe. I understood this concept years ago, but because I was told to put my money into my mortgage, which was a one-way street because it was amortized, the only way that I was able to get my money back out was either to sell my house or to refinance it. And it cost me money either from an agent or my refinancing fees to get my money, And it just didn't make sense. So because I didn't believe, my mind shut down. My mind wouldn't even allow me to look at the concept as being possible. It wasn't even a possibility. So I never went down that street, went down that line. And what we've done here, we've eliminated $78,000 of debt and increased this cash flow, an additional, what did I say? Up to $3,000 per month. That is something. So if you have a case study that you'd like me to tackle, reach out to me. I love doing these case studies. I just love it. And I will share with you my story in the future on why I particularly love sharing this because I was in a bad place. I was in a horrible place in my life, and this particular thought process, this mindset, saved me. It saved me. It saved my marriage. It saved me from going down a terrible place, and I would like to share that with you. So if you're feeling like I felt, you don't have to go through there. You have someone who could hold your hand and go with you step by step to get you along with, to let you go through to have you step over the landmines that are inevitably will happen. Life doesn't go in a straight line. It goes and it throws some curves in there. So what did we say? This is going to take us 27 or 30 months. Might take us 32, 33, 30. I don't know. But it's not going to take us, with some of these credit cards, almost 18 or 20 years. So it takes us 3 years. Okay, I can live with that. Okay. So on the next step, we're going to show how this mortgage balance, how we tackle that mortgage balance now that we freed up the $3,147 of cash flow, of positive cash flow, to attack living the same lifestyle, to attack that mortgage and get that mortgage, that 28 more years that he's going to have to pay on that mortgage, to get it paid in less, between 7 to 10 years. Boom, and get it vanished. But this is your partner, Frankie P. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a question. If you see that I've made some errors in the numbers, please let me know. Because I'm no mathematician. I just understand the emotions, and I get emotional about getting rid of debt. So I may have missed something, or unintentionally missed something. So please let me know. You can go over the math and utilize this same strategy with your numbers, input your numbers, or you can reach out to me, and I could share with you some of the ideas that I would have. Or if you have another strategy, that could help eliminate this in a quicker fashion, please reach out to me. Let's discuss it, because I am always open. Who move my cheese for different ways. And if I believe that it could help and it makes sense in a different strategy, I am more than willing to share that with others, because it's through the lack of education that keeps us boggled down and basically in prison with the debt. So this is your partner, Frankie P. I'm going to jump on out of here, baby. I'm going to jump on out of here. And remember, guys, when you change your perspective, you change your life. When you change your perspective, you change your life. When you change your perspective and get that gorilla of debt off your back, start living freely, guess what's going to happen, guys? You're going to change your life. Peace. No hair grease. Hey, as I always say, man, I love you guys. Later.